Good morning. Welcome back to another video. Yesterday I paddled a couple kilometers up a backcountry river and set up a tarp shelter here in the woods. And I slept really well last night. It even rained pretty good for a bit there. And I managed to stay dry, all my gear stayed dry, and the fire stayed going pretty steady all night. I did have to get up a couple times to put a few more logs on, but that's expected. And this morning I'm up with first light, and I'm gonna continue on the river, set up another tarp shelter somewhere, cook some good food as always. I've got a couple steaks, some potatoes, broccoli, onions, whole bunch of good stuff. So stay tuned. Lots of fun stuff coming later today. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's get camping. We are camping. Blah blah blah. It's gonna be a fun day. Just warming up some bacon that my dad cooked up at home and packaged up for me in a vacuum sealer. I swear I never asked this guy for anything, but he's always taking care of me. I've got so much food, always thanks to my dad. Can't go wrong with bacon. It's hot though. So, as a precautionary measure on this trip, I decided to bring along this neoprene wetsuit. Since it's so late in the year, the water is absolutely frigid. This doesn't compare to like a dry suit, which would keep you completely dry, of course. But it's the best I've got. And it's all thanks to my good buddy Evan LaFive. He actually gave me this wetsuit completely for free. I'm gonna say he's letting me borrow it because I'm gonna try and give it back to him one day. He said he doesn't use it, and for that, thank you, Evan. He makes amazing outdoors content on all platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all that. And he's just an all-around great guy. And you know what? He might single-handedly be keeping me alive this trip. The sun is out now, and it's actually quite warm out here. I'm gonna have to layer down a bit. I'm still gonna keep the wetsuit on, even though I'm probably gonna sweat my butt off in it, but it's worth it. I was actually walking in the water with my bare feet yesterday, and it is just like painfully cold. It's just like you've got to be Wim Hof in order to enjoy this.
So I saw on the satellite imagery that there was a set of rapids here, and now that I'm seeing it in person, it's actually quite a beautiful waterfall. Of course, I gotta do a bit of fishing first, and then I'll get out and give you a better view of what I'm looking at. This is spectacular. I was not expecting this at all. So I think I've found where I'm gonna camp tonight. Pretty nice spot. I just went for a little walk around the area, and there's like a big wide open rock face that sits quite high up and gives a pretty good view around the area. And I went for a walk there, like probably a 10-minute walk, of course without the camera, and I saw 2 grouse and a white-tailed deer. I'm gonna walk back up to get some shots of it, but I doubt any of the wildlife is still sticking around. Still cool for me to see, but you missed out. Sorry. Pretty good view of a lake in the distance over there. Oh man, I'd love to go check that out, but it's getting a little late and I have to set up camp and cook up some food. I am hungry. There's my canoe way down there. Probably hard to see on the camera, but I'm just up here. Just chilling. Just chilling on a mountain, man. This is a saw handle for the Silky Gomboy made by Sulik 46. Hope I'm saying that right, Steve. But yeah, Steve sent this to me and he asked me to try it out. This is actually a test model. It's not even the final product. But it's super ultra light. It's fully titanium. And I've used it on a couple trips now and I'm really loving it. Really loving it. It's yeah, it's so tiny, and this is some pretty hefty hardwood, but it's doing the trick. Just getting a bunch of dust from this birch bark, which is going to be super flammable. And the idea is that it's going to catch the spark from my flint. All right, think I can do it first try? I don't know. Ready? Nope, didn't even get a spark. Do you think I can do it at all? Let's see. Oh, oh. There it is. Nice.
So believe it or not, we actually have tree frogs in Ontario. Look at his hand. Look at his back foot is just like holding on there. So cool. Alright. I'm gonna let you be, buddy.
Let's see. Oh yeah. That's gonna be good. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness. Look at that crust. That's what I'm talking about. These guys are looking good. So let that sit there to rest. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Look at that. Just chopping up some little mini potatoes to throw in the pan. Just got it in the oil and steak juice. It's gonna be tasty. Okay, here it is, moment of truth. Uh-oh. That's a little well done. Actually, very well done. Yeah, that's too bad. It's still very delicious, but I very much prefer medium rare. And this is like, oh yeah, this one's way well done. Yeah. Still very edible, but one of these days I'm gonna get it right, I promise. Not a lot of people know about this, but there's actually a pretty cool trick when it comes to eating steak in the woods. So what you're gonna do is grab a big chunk like this, and you're gonna hold it with both hands and take a big caveman bite out of it. It's close to a full moon, and I can hear wolves or coyotes howling. I think the sound of wolves howling is probably the very last sound I ever want to hear when I'm gorging myself full of steak. I've been doing this long enough now that I'm like not really creeped out by those kinds of things, but I'm still a little bit creeped out. I mean, come on, I'm alone in the woods. Making sure to get my veggies in.
Well, I think that just about does it for me, folks. I'll see you in the morning. Oh, man. Oh. Good morning. Slept well enough. It's raining a bit right now. I've got to hurry up and pack up camp as quick as possible because I've got 10 kilometers down the river and I'm having dinner in downtown Toronto tonight with a couple friends. So, yeah, I'm nowhere near Toronto right now, I'll tell you that. Alright, I gotta get a move on. It's a very dark, gloomy morning. There's a bit of mist on the water. Pretty cool.
couple sets of rapids up here. I'm not sure how runnable they are, but gonna check it out. That was a serious pain in the butt to carry my canoe up on the way in. I thought I could paddle it up, but nope. I had to line it. Should be a pretty decent set of rapids up ahead here, if I remember correctly from a couple days ago. Yeah, I think I see a pretty decent looking line, so I'm gonna go for it. Wish me luck. Oh, that was perfect. Absolutely perfect. I mean, I gotta be a little humble about it. That was as close to perfect as it gets. So I'm in the last like 200 kilometers to my car here, just paddling along. And I hear a big stick break. And sure enough, about 20-30 feet in front of me was a cow moose. She just looked at me real quick and then took off into the bush. I had no time to grab the camera. But that's sweet. In 2 days, I've seen all kinds of birds, a deer, and now a moose. And I've got no video footage of any of it. On that note, I think I'm gonna wrap up the video here. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. If you enjoy this kind of stuff, or enjoy watching this kind of stuff, the best way to help me out is by pressing subscribe. All you need is a Gmail account. If you don't have a YouTube account, it's completely free. No pressure at all, but it would really mean a lot to me. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep paddling along. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.